Hi, this is Jane from the Understudy, and I'm just going to give you a quick tour of the IGCSE Drama Beginners Bundle, which we have available on our site for £100. You get a lot of resources for this money, but I wanted to give you a tour of what those resources are to help you understand if it's going to be the right kind of thing for you. Essentially, this bundle is a collection of all our resources that are created for work that is not the play-specific extracts that are published each year. In IGCSE Drama, they select 2 play extracts per time zone with a new course, and those are published each year in year 2 of the course for the students taking the exam later that year. And we create resources for those each year. But this is everything else that we create that is for the other aspects of the course, mostly the coursework then. So in the Beginners Bundle, you get access to all of these resources, and perhaps what you would start looking at if you've never taught IGCSE Drama before is the planning pack. The planning pack is really for teachers to help you plan your course, and it is essentially all the advice that we wish that we had when we started teaching IGCSE Drama many years ago. And it helps you to think about how to structure your course. As you can see, there's a guide that says what's in this pack, and it tells you that there's the 2-year plan. We've got teacher guides and student guides of those. We have the course plan for you to fill in once you've read those, and daily planning docs, and various other useful things like marking boundaries and playlists and all kinds of other things like that. So if you, perhaps what's most useful is this teacher guide, and then the student version is one that you can then present to them. But this one we're kind of talking to the teacher about what is in the course, and you can see it goes through step by step, giving you an overview of what is in the course. And we have different versions for students with drama experience and students without drama experience, because some schools are introducing IGCSE Drama to students who've never done any drama before, and that's a slightly different kind of group of students to be dealing with. So we give you a kind of year plan, and we talk about journals, and then we talk about each section of the course and what our advice is for doing those things. It's essentially about 26 slides in total, helping you to understand the course. And then there's a student version of that you can edit once you know what you want to do exactly. You get a course plan that you can then edit yourself. It's your whole kind of 2-year plan that you could submit to admin, to your leadership team if you needed to. That is obviously already written for you, which is a beautiful thing to have, and of course you can change it as you want to. And then we have daily planning docs, which we love to do because we've often taught in tandem to teachers, so we write in what we're going to be doing every day. And this actually helps you enormously, because sometimes you think, I've got 6 weeks to do that, and then you build in how many lessons you're going to actually be spending on each thing, and you realize actually what I thought was 6 weeks is 4 weeks worth of learning, because especially if you're in an international school, all sorts of interruptions happen, like students going on trips and all kinds of other things. And then there's various other documents in here that are just helpful for you. And then what else is in the bundle is really our other resources for the IGCSE course. So for example, the devised planning is a set of, we made these during COVID, so they've got online and in-person versions. And so you've got teaching slides, and then group slides and individual slides for students to fill in. But essentially what you get is a kind of walkthrough of a devising process that will help students to just keep track of their work, and help them to create work that is not really plot-based but more theme-based. So again, here you get lots of different helpful things to help students get through their devising process. You can see there are 29 or many slides, 34 slides for students to work with. And then what you get is the writing about devised, which is a massive bundle. We were really overboard when writing this because there were so many past questions to kind of deal with. So there's a note to teachers giving you a little introduction to the thing, to the resources, and then you get this main PowerPoint, which is a whole big set of slides telling you about writing about devised work, clarifying some things about the course, and then looking at 10-mark questions with examples and common mistakes, then practice for students, talking about structure, practice for students, examples, practice. That's a lot of what you get, is examples and practice for the students. But there were so many questions. I mean, this one really goes on and on and on. There's 70, 80 slides here, 90 slides, 15-mark questions as well. And then there were so many questions that we actually just added extra slide decks of more questions. So you'll never run out of questions in your 2-year course. You've just got these extra slide decks with more 10-mark questions if you get bored of the ones that are in the main slide deck and you want to use them. And each one has got a little rubric to help answer it based on the real rubrics from the real exam. 15-mark questions, same thing, same repeated thing. And then we've popped in some mock exams of section C only, so you can always use those in the first year of the course if you're doing some devising. And these mock exams are written they look just like IGCSE exams, but of course you can edit them and you can change them if you want to. And what's so lovely, what I would have found so helpful when I was first teaching this course, is that the mark schemes are already written for you. So there's no work for you to do as a teacher really, apart from the actual marking. Of course that is work. There's the grade boundaries in there, and then we've written the little rubrics for each specific question to help you to mark them. So that's really great. And then the other part of the pack is the IGCSE Drama intro. This is just a quick set of slides. It only costs £10 on the actual site if you buy it individually, but it's great for options evening or for introducing the course at a school that hasn't had it before. It's just a quick telling you about the IGCSE course. If you need to introduce to parents or students, you can put it on the front of your school website, your subject website or learning management system or whatever you have, Firefly or whatever alternative you have of those. Working with monologues is a great set of slides that helps students. They can kind of work almost independently through studying a few monologues and then selecting their own monologue, and then it gives them advice for different activities they can do for their monologue study. And then understanding repertoire is the same kind of thing. I actually created this one first, and then I did the working with monologues separately, because I feel like students can actually work on monologues quite a lot independently, so you can send that for them. Understanding repertoire is essentially for working with monologues or group scenes, and there are a lot of activities in there for preparing scripted scene work, and activities for students to be able to reach those upper bands of researching their characters and their roles, etc., in terms of being able to really understand the role of the character in the play and make a lot of choices from page to stage, so you can give them the higher marks on that assessment criteria. So that's everything you get for £100, plus you get a consultation with me. And I'm not an examiner for IGCSE Drama. You're not allowed to examine if you don't actually live in England, and I don't live in England right now. But I have many years experience teaching IGCSE Drama, and people who have had consultations with me have just fed back that they love them because they find me very I'm very, much on your side and want to help you get the best parts of the course, and I will tell you what I find difficult about the course, and I will tell you what I really enjoy about the course, and I'll help you to plan your 2-year course. And you can take that consultation anytime. You can opt to book it in when you first buy the bundle, or you can say, actually, I'd rather wait until I'm 2 months into teaching and then I'd like to have a chat with you. You can have half an hour now, half an hour later, whatever you like to have. If you don't need the consultation, that's absolutely fine as well, of course. It's just up to you when you want to have it. But I hope that's been a helpful introduction to the resources, and I hope that you will want to buy them if you haven't already. Thank you.